Walden Pond Press and Harper Audio present The Creepening of Dogwood House by Royce, performed by Miles J. Harvey. For my mom. The place in which I'll fit will not exist until I make it. James Baldwin. Hair is the first thing, and teeth the second. Hair and teeth. A man got those two things, he's got it all. James Brown. 1. Roddie dreamed he was home again. His mother was home early from work, grinning at him as she removed the plastic name tag that read Layla and shed the jacket she wore every day as a bank account manager. She pulled an apron over her head and smoothed down her sleek short hair. Then she tossed Roddie an apron. He caught it and worked the neck strap carefully over his braids. Together, they dragged the whiting fish fillet she'd brought home through seasoned cornmeal, and Mom guided him as he slowly, carefully, slid them into the oiled pan. All the windows were open, and his mom put a pot of water, lemon peel, and bay leaf on to boil, to ensure no stinky fishy smell lingered in the apartment, she told him. Roddie had been looking forward to this cooking lesson more than any other, because he loved pan-fried fish, but also because his mom said it was one of the first dishes her own mother taught her how to make. I remember when we used to get fresh whiting straight from the ocean, she said, spearing a flaky bite with her fork. Was that near where you grew up? Roddie asked. Mom was quiet for a moment, as she always was when Roddie tried asking about her childhood. And when she spoke, she said, You'd better eat up if you still want to go to the fair tonight. He really did. Dishes went in the dishwasher, and the next thing Roddie knew, they were standing in line for the tilt-a-whirl. When it came time to climb on, his mom would step aside. Don't you want to ride? He'd always ask. No, she would always say. She would lean closer then, so he could hear her soft voice over the noise of the fair. I've had enough scares for one lifetime. This close he could smell her perfume, the scent of flowers and honey and sweet powder surrounding him, before the impatient teenager running the ride would usher him through the gate. His mom would move over to the boiled peanut stand to wait for him as the ride began to churn. Roddie could see her as the ride spun faster and faster, her round brown face a blur of motion. The force of the ride sent his braids flying, and he screamed in delight, holding on to the handles for dear life. When the ride was over, he'd run to her, still a little dizzy and breathless, and she'd press a blue raspberry frozen lemonade or a small bag of cotton candy into his hands. As they walked to the next ride, Roddie would feel so content and happy that he would completely forget to ask his mom what she'd meant when she said she'd had enough scares for one lifetime. Down the hall, the door to Miss Penny's office squeaked open, shattering Roddie's daydream. From where he sat alone in the cafeteria of the Williamson Orphanage, he could hear Miss Penny, the head of the group home, speaking with someone in hushed tones. He tugged at his hair, in a full afro now instead of neat braids, reminding himself once more. He was not going home, ever again. In the wake of the daydream, his life from before felt so close, staggering off a fair ride into his mother's hug, baking biscuits from scratch on Saturday mornings, sitting on the floor at his mom's feet every evening as she would braid his hair before bed. That was his favorite time of the day. All the chores were done, and although his mom would be tired, she always had enough energy to talk with him. While she parted his hair in equal sections, applied a soft cream, and then used a wooden comb to detangle and plait each one, he told her about what had happened at school that day, and she shared stories about her clients at the bank. The day before her accident, one of them had gotten so angry at his mom's boss that she threw her car keys at him. Now he had to do his own hair, even though he wasn't good at it. His parts weren't straight, his braids weren't even, and his arms got tired trying to comb through all of his thick natural hair. He didn't even try to braid it himself anymore. It was getting long. Well, big. When it was...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?